Novel coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, is an infectious disease caused by a newly discovered coronavirus. The virus that causes COVID-19 is mainly transmitted through droplets generated when an infected person coughs, sneezes, or exhales. Right now, a total of 37.3 million cases were reported. Out of this, 1.7 million people died. So where is this virus from? The first case was reported last December 2019 in China, but they said that the virus is not from their country. Due to the increased cases worldwide, most of the countries are in lockdown to control the spread of the virus. Many people lost their job because of this, but governments, especially here in the Philippines, are doing all the things that needs to be done in order to help those people who are heavily affected by this pandemic. So how can we prevent being infected by this virus? We need to follow all the safety and health protocols that is implemented by the Department of Health.
Before putting on a mask to your face, clean your hands first with alcohol-based hand rub or soap and water. Always wear your face mask and face shield every time you are going in a public place. While wearing a mask, avoid touching your face and mask. Also, do not reuse a single-use mask. It is important to listen to the news so that we can be aware of what is happening around us. To be also updated about the coronavirus, how we can fight, protect for the sake of ourselves, family, and the society. That can help everybody to avoid from the coronavirus.
So we need to follow all the safety and health protocols implemented by the government for the safety of everyone. What can you feel if you found out that the information you spread is actually a fake news? And it was already spread not only to your family and friends, but also in your society. This is really a big issue because of the misinformation that was spread. That's how fake news brutally spread like a pandemic. This kind of misinformation mostly occur available on social media. But how? There are sites or pages pretending to be legitimate to spread information like news, especially when it comes to the problems we have in our society. Right now, we are experiencing this pandemic and lots of people are infected by the virus, so most of the people are always watching and wants to be updated about news so that they can protect themselves. However, fake news also spread like this pandemic, and many people aren't aware that the news that they are getting is real or fake. Right now, statistics shows that fake news is really increasing in our society. I encourage everyone to support the program or ways to stop this problem. We need to educate the society that we should make sure that the information we are getting are from sources that are legitimate and valid like news on television and also information from government agencies. In conclusion, we should also be wise by encoding on information received so that we can validate or check first if the information we receive is true or not fake. We as an individual or as a student should be an example to everyone. We are already aware what is happening and we should share and educate others to be not a victim of fake news. And also reporting those pages and sites spreading fake news so that it will be stopped. If this will happen, then we can assure that the people in our society will be more alert. We should fight with this problem for the good of everyone so that this fake news will be stopped and not be spread. And thank you. I get promoted months ago as the Chief Executive Officer and President in this prestigious company. Being one in this corporate world is such a challenge on my part. I work though day and night to grab this once in a lifetime most sought after position. Many invite me when I formally receive such a promotion, but time and time again, I humbly and confidently said to myself, I deserve it. God, in His most perfect time, placed me in this position. Good morning, sir. Yes, good morning. Have a blessed day, my bodacious secretary, Miss Sweetie. Sir,
Two of your subordinates have conflicts. They want to talk to you. Do you have any spare time today to confront them since you have an appointment with Mr. Zobel by 10?
Yeah, I do recognize. Yes, that I have an appointment with Mr. Zobel by 10. Yet, I have to attend first to their please. Please call them right away in my office. And thank you.
Yes, I will, sir. I will bring with you later your favorite brewed coffee with fresh milk, and you're muchly welcome.
I, being your boss, has the responsibility to look after the welfare of my subordinates. After all, I want to maintain a healthy working environment and atmosphere, as well as the work ethics and characters smoothly transcend above all efforts and endeavors for the good of the company.
Sir, Mr. Chavez accused me of having an illicit affair with a married close friend of mine and spreading malicious gossips to other employees here, which I abhor the most.
I heard about it. Yes, is that true, Mr. Chavez?
Yes, sir. I may say true, but Miss Chinky once placed me in an ignominious situation one day in the cafeteria, telling everyone around her table that I wooed her, and she turned me down.
Wanting to avenge her? I understand your situation, Mr. Chavez. However, you have to think twice, thrice, and many times before doing it. You may have satisfied and pleased yourself in taking revenge with Miss Chinky, but do you have peace of mind? You have to consider her frailties.
I have started to think and ponder about it. I wanted to approach and make sorry with what I did to her, but I was overcome with intense hesitation. You're such an unfair guy, Mr. Chavez. You're evading me despite I want to befriend you. Yes, I admit that I like you, but please be gentle with me. Tell me frankly what you feel towards me, and I will understand. Wanting to tell you, I'm sorry for what I did.
Miss Chinky, you may be overwhelmed with emotion, but don't let it rule over your mind. I'm sure that Mr. Chavez has his reasons behind his actions. I could hardly lose the two of you since you are highly prized assets in our company. Both of you have done well and excellently in the realms of sales and promotions. I fully comprehend your love, devotions, and dedications, and loyalty to JYC Joint Venture Appraisals and Royalty Company. In fact, recently our company received awards and recognitions because of your exemplary performances, in which I would like to congratulate both of you once again.
I believe we can be the best of friends, Miss Chinky. Sorry and please give me the chance to prove it.
Why not, Mr. Chavez? Maybe from the best of friends to best of lovers. Ha 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 ha.
I'm so sorry for what I did against you. Miracles do happen every now and then, but for now, you have to concentrate on working and continue doing what you have started for the company. I do steadfastly believe in God's own time, He will make all things possible and beautiful. Both of you have to wait patiently. Mr. Chavez will serve as my inspiration in everything that will do for the welfare, benefit, and good of the company. It shall be God first, however, second, family, and you're the third, Mr. Chavez. Obviously, you like me, Miss Chinky. I'm just kidding. Yes, God first, second, family, and also third, you, Miss Chinky. I am convinced now without what I am saying. I say it from the inmost chamber of my unadulterated heart. Thanks, Mr. Chavez. I am deeply flattered and honored with your words. We'll do more exploits for the company and for our CEO. Well, so much of those discussions. Now that you are reconciled with each other, why not give you both a treat? A treat from our beloved CEO? I don't have any idea. How about you, Miss Chinky? Same as you, Mr. Chavez. I don't have any idea at all. I have been started thinking now. Oh, what will it be? Tonight, I will set your first date. You both deserve a dinner treat. That's my own way of saying thank you for your unending love and support to all the company.
Hope you'll never change the way you are. Thank you very much, sir, and I will escort Miss Chinky tonight. Well, my pleasure, Mr. Chavez. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to commend everyone for her continuous commitment for the company. We are working as a team. In other words, together everyone achieves more. I am looking forward for more years to come, more innovations, more awards, and commendations. I can't make and do it by myself, but I need you. And with this, I would like to formally announce the promotions of our two most valued sales and promotions officers, Mr. Chavez and Miss Chinky. Mr. Frank Chavez is our Chief Operating Officer, and Miss Flor Chinky is our Chief Financial Officer. Congratulations! Being the Chief Operating Officer is a great challenge on my part. I am perfectly certain that not only my abilities, capabilities, skills, and energy that I have that made me such, but most of all, character that makes me who am I. I am not perfect. I made mistakes once, twice, thrice, and many times. Yet, I learned from those mistakes and wanted to change my attitude. Thanks to our beloved CEO and President, you have been my inspiration. I, also being the Chief Financial Officer, is a wondrous opportunity to serve this company. Like Mr. Chavez, I made mistakes, yet willingly learned how to correct those mistakes. I changed attitude of becoming the best version of me. In other words, character plays a very important role in the workplace. Our company has the system and I have the skills, potentials, capacities, but above all, I have the integrity, the character. Thank you very much, beloved CEO and President. You've been my inspiration.
Hello, good morning everyone. So, this is our research title. The title of our research is The Effect of Transport Modernization in Davao City to the People and to the Jeepney Drivers.
In the first phase of development, a city should take in consideration its infrastructure moderation and transportation plan to lessen an effect of congestion and increase the mobility of economic activities, its people and services. Davao City is cited um, is cited as one of the fast-growing cities in terms of population, geography, and economic condition of the Philippines and in the Southeast Asia. It is the most populous and highly urbanized in Mindanao. Based on the 2015 census, the city has boomed to 1,632,991 in population with a land area of 2,444 square kilometers, the largest in the country. The lack of transportation due to the swelling of population growth, traffic and routes, we are increasingly being seen as a threat to Davao economic efficiency, time, safety, quality of the commuters. The city currently has a total of 15,115 public transport vehicles, of which 13,985 busy city routes while only 1,130 cover regional routes. Of the total number of public utility vehicles in the city, 7,278 are jeepneys, 3,602 are taxicabs, and 2,105 are motorized tricycles. Due to rapid urbanization, Davao City's mobility difficulties are highly expected. The economic development of city has brought up scale on the volume of the vehicle, which result in traffic congestion during peak hours along major thoroughfares. According to the East Asia and Pacific Economic Update report released recently by the World Bank, the government needs to ramp up its spending, and development in particular are essential in order to support economic growth, calling the projects under the Public-Private Partnership Program as new sources of growth, or the PPP program, also affect to private sectors an opportunity to finance, construct, maintain, or rehabilitate facilities.
Modernization of transportation is very rampant nowadays, especially because of the boost of technology. Many opportunities and creations are created. A place or a city can be referred as a developed or developing city if you can see infrastructure projects and modernizations being implemented. Modernization is an encompassing process of massive social changes that, once set in motion, tends to penetrate all domains of life, from economic activities to social life to political institutions, in a self reinforcing process. This gives awareness or hopes to the people that with these modernizations, there can be a change also in their life. It will bring change and innovation. This paper aims to rationalize the transportation and infrastructure demand of the city and provide recommendations for the city's policy maker, planners, and developers. It summarized the contribution and role of the PPP program in transportation and infrastructure development toward attaining a sustainable Davao Cities program.
And jeepney drivers. We'll discuss the chapter 1 and chapter 2, the introduction and methodology. For our introduction, so transportation is critical to the functioning of society and help shape an area's economic health and quality of life. Not only does the transportation system provide the mobility of people and goods, it's also influence pattern of growth and economic activity by providing access to land. Transportation planning is a complex process involving carefully forecasting of future needs and study of existing traveling patterns in the city which are critical to Davao sustainable development and can enhance and protect through integrated planning approach. Later has brought about an upscale volume of vehicle, which has resulted in traffic congestion during peak hours. Population and vehicle result uh, in the city has been increasing, resulting in a negative impact in the city's transportation system, affecting the capacity of the transportation network, which traffic rule implementation is one of the priority and aware level of people of the city. Mindanao's and Australia Award report the Australian government's support toward the development of Davao City Transportation Plan, or the Transportation and Traffic Management Plan. Prioritized on the plan, it's the implementation of the high priority bus system to address the city traffic and for sustainable and seamless mobility in the city. Also, include our strategies increasing communities and safety measure, and the traffic management. All this, uh, all this considering the future plan for the city by adapting the realization of the active transport importance in the developing and redevelopment. This research aimed to rationalize the public perception of the city transportation planning and its management also by gathering their own opinion for the further improvement of the traffic program of the very experience. And for our objective of the study, to number one, there are four objectives of this study. Number one, to identify the level of public awareness regarding the latest regulation and program of transportation planning. So number two, to know the effectiveness of traffic and rules in terms of its implementation.
Methodology. The study employed a quantitative research design. The data collection investigated on the sample through quantifiable data gathering of information solicited from the responders using survey questionnaires. A sample size was obtained using the Rasoff online sample size calculator. Taken from Davao City's population in August 2015 of 1.6 million people, the calculator yielded a sample of 385. This figure has a confidence level of 95%, an acceptable margin of error of 5%, and a response distribution of 50%. The questionnaire inquires on the respondents' awareness on the traffic and management strategies such as loading and unloading the areas or zones, and road and sidewalk, clearing of the obstructions. It also asks if the respondents agreeable to such regulations, and other asks for the reason behind their answer. Google form was the main form of the questionnaire used for its convenience, and the approach was interview-based. The researchers will approach a respondent and engage into an interview, answering the survey form on a tablet or smartphone when the respondent answered verbally, while recording the narrative responses to the why questions. Random interviews were executed qualified respondents in Davao City's People's Park, as well as sidewalks or major thoroughfares. This was also done in taxi cab queues in the Sano Mall and Abriza Mall, along JP Laurel Avenue, and also in SM Ecoland. Link to the questionnaire was sent to some students of the University of Mindanao, office workers, and through Facebook pages.